Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. We are here with the weekly horoscope week starting from 13th of July to 19th July. This week is not, so simple. This week is little complex with 6 transits and 3 big transits. Some retrogradations. Let's welcome Akashji from Calgary, Canada with more research and more information. Thank you, Ram Ram Akashji.
Ji, Ram Ram, welcome. See, today we are in new environment altogether because the week is like that. So, Rohit ji, yes, we are doing from 13th of July till 19th of July 2025. And there are a lot of things happening this week, especially when we talk about this week and we go into the details. Before we go into the details, new and advanced astrology classes. If you have joined, all the best. Those who have not joined, join ASAP. Now, here, when we talk about this week for Aries ascendant people, Saturn is turning retrograde in the sign of Pisces. I have done 10 days ago the video on Saturn retrograde in Pisces. So you can watch that. But to give you a brief, Saturn is in the 12th house right now. Those who are Sarisatis is going, all those whose Sarisati is going on, they will feel a lot of relief right now. But because Saturn in the 12th house is getting retrograde, foreign travel plans, in fact, anything to do in spiritual life, anything to do in philanthropic life, all these areas, you have to be more careful, more precise, and reevaluate on all the things related to even those people who are going through health problems, especially sleep related, anxiety problems. You have to now reevaluate and understand that what and how you can take more precautions. When we look at moon will enter into the sign of Aquarius on 13th of July itself. Now here moon is making a combination with Rahu. Whenever Rahu and moon will come together, what is it? It is Grahana dosha. And this time moon is afflicted. So it is getting afflicted in the sign of your social circles. So in the area of your social circle, if you're going to any party, any event, any office gathering, any presentations or goal setting presentations, or one-on-one with manager, this is the time that you have to be a little bit of careful, because moon is sitting in the 11th house, the 4th house lord in the 11th house. If those who are dealing in real estate or those who are doing anything to do with vehicle or property, you will see that things are in lot of favor for you guys. Then moon will enter into Pisces with Saturn making a Shrapit yoga. Here, Saturn is already retrograde and now moon has come here, the 4th house lord in the 12th house. One good news for all the people who are trying to go to foreign countries, yes, you will see a positive influence of moon here for you. But because moon, the lord of the, what is the 4th house is going to the 12th house, there can be a little bit of challenges related to fear. Sometimes fear of traveling, fear of, and anxiety is exactly the word that we can use, and that will be how you will feel. Moon and Saturn is also Visha Yoga, and here Saturn is also aspecting the 2nd house of family. Here moon is related to your mother, and this is the house that is related to your mother, and this is also the house that is related to your father's mother, that is grandmother, because this is 4th from the 9th house. In that case, health of mother as well as mother, grandmother, has to be taken into utmost consideration. And if there is anything that you see that something is not being so right, then we'll have to see a doctor during this time. Later, sun will enter into the sign of Cancer. Now there are two good news here. Number one, as soon as sun enters here, there is a absolute Buddha Aditya Yoga that is getting formed. So Buddha Aditya Yoga, those who have in their chart, it will manifest. Those who are going through Sun Mahadasha and Mercury Mahadasha, it will manifest. When sun comes to the house of moon, it is a very favorable placement. Even if sun is sitting 12th from its sign Leo, it is a favorable placement. Those who are waiting for any kind of government related items related to property, related to home, any environment related, anything that has to do with government, this is the time that it will commence. Secondly, you will see that sun in the 4th house is aspecting your 10th house. Those who are also waiting for any kind of designation, any kind of progress in their career, especially Rohiji, in many cases what happens is that those people who are waiting for, one second, let me adjust, this is real flowers, huh, Rohiji? This is sunflower. I
If
cannot
I am
hear
not
you.
wrong, you are not in, I think, Calgary, somewhere in Switzerland or New York. Which house this is?
So my first floor where I stay, where my room is, that is Calgary, and ground floor is Switzerland today. So,
You're not telling truth because of
I'm
my
in
mom.
living room.
You
See,
don't want to tell.
in my living room only, nothing nowhere else. See, I can show everyone.
Okay, okay. I don't know. Maybe I mistaken because my mamu tell me in morning that Akash is in Switzerland for a few days. So maybe.
I wish anyone from Switzerland watching sponsor me, please. I will want to come there. Anyways, well, sun looking at the 10th house. This is another positive news. I told you for the career. Those who have been waiting to get a job, those who are waiting for any kind of recognition, promotion. Sun is a powerful planet. Wherever it aspects, also it gives that power. And because Sun and Buddha both are aspecting here, and the 10th house lord is weak now because it is in retrograde motion, Sun will give very, very beautiful effects to all the Aries ascendant people. So great time. Only thing, Sun is a malefic, comes to the fourth house. This is the house that rules our blood pressure. And because Moon is also in a situation in the 12th house, the lord of the fourth house is in the 12th house. In such cases, we can have a little bit of anxiety again. And those who are going through any kind of heart related problems like heart health and stuff like that, they have to be very, very careful during this time. Okay. Later, now finally, Moon will enter into Aries. Now, this is a very, very good news for all the people, especially Moon coming to the ascendant Kendra Lord, sitting 10th from itself, again means happiness, work-life balance also, and happiness also. Whenever Moon will be in the ascendant for anyone, even in transit, it will be a time that their soul, their body, their physical outlook will be very, and very empowered, enlightened. There can also be possibly illuminated, we can say. And because Moon is here sitting in the house of Aries, um, and not aspected by any kind of malefic, this is another good news. Because this, Guruji, what happens when Moon is in the first house? Your whole idea, your whole personality becomes very nurturing. That means this is the time that you will also take care of other people around you. So beautiful time. And finally, Mercury will get retrograde into Cancer. Now, so many things happening this week. It's a very, very hard week. Mars and Ketu are in very, very close conjunction now. Mercury is getting retrograde. That means the lord of your health and the lord of your communication is getting retrograde. Whenever Mercury is retrograde, it is important, if you're going through Mercury Mahadasha Antardasha, to understand number one is short distance travel. If you're doing any short distance travel, there you have to be careful. Any health procedures, especially any kind of surgery, any kind of even some aesthetic, or we can say cosmetic procedure also, we have to be very careful. And on the other hand, especially for your communication, we don't want to speak anything wrong or rubbish during this time. That is what is absolutely important. So please, after 18th of July, mark your words, like make sure you're talking right, you're talking only important stuff, since it will get combust very soon. So there is a lot of possibility that things will be okay, but still we have to be careful. Rohiji, what do you think about it?
Uh, Definitely. I think, you told that moon when in the first house give you nurturing quality. I was thinking about myself. My natal moon is there in the first house. And I always feel this thing when I connect with family members or kids that I have this inborn quality. But being with Ketu is, something problem. But Mars Ketu, what you are telling today about that people that this week and especially the coming timing is very crucial. My mother today morning saying me, don't go outside. Now this is 12th July. This is not good time to go outside. So much things will happen. But I think the video which you are preparing on Mars Ketu close conjunction and this is not like
Remedies.
panicking. This is not like panicking. This is like aware. We want to aware people that avoid big things, big surgeries, all like these things. So
Also, one more thing, Rohit, that this is a very good opportunity also to begin new things. Now, for example, Aries ascendant people, Mars and Ketu are in the fifth house, and both are aggressive energies in close conjunction. Anything that you begin during this time with a spiritual intention, with an intention of helping other people, this is that time to do startups. So it is not a bad time always. Yeah, for children, that's why I'm making the video. You do subscribe, otherwise you'll miss it. You have to be careful in many, many ways, but it is an important time for a lot of opportunities also. Okay, Rohitji, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aries Ascendant people. All the best. Have a great, great, wonderful week. And we will see you next week. But subscribe and share this video as well so that other people also can get beautiful benefit of this video. 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes, advanced astrology. Those who have joined, all the best. Those who have not, in the link below, just ask. Click on the link, you will see, or even email, click on the email and email that you want to join this, and we will give you more information about it. Taurus ascendant people. Now here Saturn is getting retrograde into Pisces into your 11th house. Finally, in this chart, Saturn is a yoga karaka. Finally, it is a time that you have to be extremely careful in your social circle, that what kind of friends do you have, what kind of acquaintances, what kind of colleagues you have. Do you want to be associated with them, or do you want to break up with them? Do you want to find people who are actually serious about their life or want to move forward in the right direction? That is exactly what Saturn tells us. 10 days ago I made a video about Saturn in retrograde motion with aspects, with all details, so it's there on the channel. You watch that, and that will give you more clarity. If you're going through Saturn Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is a crucial time for you. Even Sarasati people. Now, finally, Moon will enter into the sign of Aquarius. The third house lord goes to the 10th house with Rahu. Sometimes Moon and Rahu, good combination, Rohiji, for getting favors from your bosses. Manipulating things in your workplace. So if you are in that scenario where you have to manipulate, but make sure it is done ethically, like for good reasons. Sometimes manipulation is done, Rohiji. Even God did manipulation when they were supposed to face the demons. But we want to make sure that it is done for the right reason. For that, it is very good. But when Moon and Rahu comes together, this is not the time to show aggression or show emotional overdependence on other people. Also, not take impulsive actions like I quit, I don't care, I will look for a new job. These kind of scenarios don't have to be outspoken very loudly, because this can create problems in your career. One thing, that if there is any kind of travel that is supposed to be related, short distance travel related to career, can be happening during this week, or maybe you may get some communication or news about traveling. Moon will enter into Pisces here. When we look at Moon here, Moon is the lord of the third house, exactly sitting ninth from itself. Now this is again traveling, sometimes group traveling. You are traveling in a group. There are a lot of people who are traveling together, but Saturn and Moon makes Vish Yoga. In this case, sometimes group fight also happens. Saturn is in retrograde motion, so in this situation also the Saturn retrograde video will help you. But on the other hand, Moon, the third house lord, go to 11th house. Do not be overwhelming on other people. Do not try to share all your details or secrets to other people. Try to be as much as contained during this week. That is what I suggest. Later, Sun will enter into the sign of Cancer. The fourth house lord goes exactly 12th from itself. So something is happening, Taurus and people. Travel wise, we are seeing a lot of yogas happening this week. Even the 12th house lord is in the fourth house, coming close to Ketu. So such people who are waiting for foreign settlement, PR, visas, they will see that their file has moved now. And on the other hand, Sun coming to the third house, any contracts, any communication that you're supposed to receive from government, or anything that you are trying to plan, either for visa, either any paperwork, either any licenses, this is the time that in this month, you may find it. In fact, this week, when Sun comes into the sign of Cancer, a Budh Aditya Yoga is happening, which is very good from, 16th till 18th, because 18th Mercury will start getting retrograde. So for that also you will see. But fourth house lord in the 12th house, we have to be very careful when it comes to mother's health, because this is the time that your mother can be or may be required to see a doctor, go to a hospital and stuff like that. Sorry for this, but this is how this whole sun transit will be for you. Later, Moon will go into the 12th house. Now again, I'm telling you, there is some travel that is going to come, or that is going to be planned by Taurus ascendant people. Again, the third house, the lord of the short distance travel, has gone to the 12th house of long distance travel. So there is some travel. In some cases, it also means that there can be expenses related to siblings. You may be meeting your siblings, doing some gifting, doing something like that. There is some possibility like that as well. So let's hope for the best that expenses are happening for good reasons. But sometimes this third house lord in the 12th house also means losses to siblings. If they're going through difficult Mahadasha, there can be expenses happening in that area. Finally, we will see that Mercury is getting retrograde. Now, Mercury is the second and the fifth house lord. That means it rules money for you, and it rules education, creativity, and children, all these areas. Those who are trying to conceive may find it a little bit of more difficult, and they have to try more hard. Those who are trying to save some money, invest some money, this is not the right time to do commitment about investment, because second house is fixed, fixed money, fixed assets, and that planet is getting retrograde in the third house. So this time, communication related to money should not be done. In fact, even if you are doing some kind of skill development, like learning, doing some new education, this is the time that you do not want to be vocal about it. You want to be very silent, otherwise your plan will be destroyed. Since Mercury here is the sitting in the house of communication only and aspecting the ninth house of higher education, higher learning, even your father, this is the time that if you want to be talking to your father or fatherly figures or mentors or teachers or gurus, you have to be very open in your communication. That is absolutely required by all the Taurus ascendant people. Hopefully this is going to be an amazing week. Otherwise, travel or something related to foreign is coming. Even foreign job offers is possible this time. Even there is possibility of people getting the visas which I told you in the beginning. So all the very best. 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes where I will be teaching this way. I hope that I stay here only, Roji, in my living room. See, so beautiful it is. To every corner here looks like one, what do you say? One nice frame, and my room is like one small room. I have to sit there. There is only one wall behind, so I like this place, Rohitji. I'm very positive. I am feeling. So I hope I can do the classes from here. Link is in the bio. You can book appointments as well, and you can even talk about the astrology classes. Gemini ascendant people. So when we talk about Gemini ascendant people, Saturn, Shani Devta is getting retrograde in the 10th house for you. I told and I made a video 10 days ago on Saturn being retrograde, giving you a lot of insights in that. And I would just give you this insight for all the people who are watching weekly videos and do not subscribe. For them also, I will give you this insight that Saturn is getting retrograde in the 10th house. And 10th house is the house that is related to your career. Now here, these are the times that you have to, again, when retrograde motion is just that, revise, go back, revise, understand that, okay, is my decision okay? Am I taking the right steps? Am I doing something good, bad, ugly, whatever it is? This is the time to make decisions. Even if you're thinking of any kind of travel to a foreign country, if you're thinking of any kind of property purchase or even marriage, because of the aspect of Saturn's on the 12th, 4th, and the 7th house, we have to see and take important decisions very wisely. Roji, you want to say something?
I want to say that certain video you make when about this retrogression thing for all ascendants, that is very wide and broad video. You have told so many things. Do you think when planet become retrograde, only this question, because there are varied things on YouTube and books about this, that planet give the result of the house behind that planet? Number one. Number two, if it gives, then do aspects change? You have your own viewpoint regarding this.
No, I made a very big research on this in Parashara Horashastra. Whenever, even the Lal Kitab, the Red Book also says the same thing. Whenever planet is retrograde, the drishti does not become retrograde because planet is walking backwards. It has not turned around. Planet is walking backwards. There is an optical illusion between Earth and the planet that it is going backwards now. So if I'm going backwards, do my eyes go back? No, never. It will never go back. Only thing is that I have to be more careful while walking back because I will fall if there is any obstacle. That's why this is the time of revision. That's why I tell you all the people who are having Saturn in retrograde motion have to do revision in their career area. The video of the Saturn retrograde that we have done will give you more and more information about it later.
And one thing, because your research is different and what I see sometimes is a different viewpoint. Do you, when we say minus minus plus, so what is your take regarding this thing that Saturn is going retrograde, and people who already have a Saturn retrograde, they always ask this question in comments and everywhere. So what is the impact there, that Saturn will become more strong retrograde, or that retrogression is cancelled with this retrogression? Saturn retrograde in chart, there is also Saturn retrograde.
Yeah, so if in the chart, if Saturn retrograde is there and they are going through Saturn Mahadasha Antardasha, then this retrograde motion will be null and void. They will have good effects. But if Saturn is not retrograde in the chart and then Saturn goes retrograde and they are going through Saturn Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is a time of revision, lot of specific revision that they require. But retrograde, negative is positive. That's how we will see this. Those people who have retrograde motion, for example, I have the habit of drinking 10 liters of water. Okay. Suddenly I am drinking 10 liters of water without even, hesitation. Like, okay, it is continuing. For them, it is always retrograde. So they've already got retrograde, results all their life. So getting retrograde here is more comfortable for them rather than not being retrograde. That's how it is supposed to be. Moon enters into Aquarius, into the ninth house of higher learning as well as travel. Sometimes this is also the this is the time that people will be making decisions related to children, or children will be making decisions related to their higher education. Moon and Rahu are coming together between 13th and 15th of July. I suggest not to make even not 15th, even till 18th of July, not to make very big decisions related to education, or spending some money, or giving some money to an agent and stuff like that. This is a time that some kind of illusion on the mind can happen. Also, Guru Purnima just happened, and this is the time that uh, Moon is getting into the ninth house of your guru, of your teachers, and this is with Rahu. Sometimes in such cases, there can be possibility that emotionally you are a little bit of weak and you disrespect your gurus. So that should be avoided. One good thing that is happening is that when Rahu and Moon are together here, some unconventional, out of box thinking, out of way, you go and make some decisions, and that can give you money. Wealth wise, this is a very good yoga. Then Moon and Saturn will be together. Now Moon and Saturn are together in the 10th house for you. This is a Vishya yoga. When Moon and Saturn comes together, Moon is such a benefit, right, that it cannot take the heaviness of Saturn, and Saturn is retrograde on the other motion. Not a very good time to ask for raise, for ask for any kind of we can say any kind of show little bit of emotional attitude in the workplace, or getting sometimes overwhelmed and saying that I want to resign. And no, not at all. Just be more quiet is more possible. And this time when Moon and Saturn are together, only one person can save you, and that is Lord Shiva. So do Om Namah Shivaya, the jap of Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That is the most important thing that you can do during this time. Later, Sun will get into the sign of Cancer. Now, here the third house lord has gone exactly 12th from itself. Sometimes this is a placement which gives a little bit of losses to siblings. Those who are doing short distance travel may also find a little bit of hard or difficult times, sometimes sleepless nights, or because the time zone changes and whatnot, jet lag, it can be a little bit of more overwhelming for you this month. Now we will also see Sun has come to the second house of family, wealth, and speech. Sun is a malefic planet. Sun is the lord of communication for all the Gemini ascendant people. Coming to the second house of speech can sometimes make you very fiery speaking, like very sometimes egoistic speaking. Now, this is the time that we have to be self-aware. The awareness of speaking has to be there. We cannot speak something impulsively. That is what is very, very important. In fact, Sun in the second house is very good combination when it comes to wealth. If there is supposed to be wealth coming from your, from government, coming from any kind of family members, coming from any kind of partnership that has been happened in the past, or something that has to be coming from siblings, in that case, that is a positive time. This is a positive time for wealth accumulation, but not for speaking something and getting aggressive, because sooner, in 2 days, Mercury will also become retrograde, that we'll speak about. Moon, now the second house lord goes to the 11th house. Now here, this is a very, very great combination of Moon and Sun in the house of Moon, Moon in the house 11th house here. This is a time of, again, gains and your goals completion, sometimes getting help from a big social circle around you. So it's an absolute beautiful transit of Moon. In fact, second house and 11th house, whenever they make a combination, money comes. So if you're waiting for any kind of money, this is the right time to approach. For any kind of payment that has been pending also, you should approach for that. Later, you will see that Mercury is getting retrograde in Cancer. Now, again, remember the Lagna Lord, the Lord of your fourth house. That means anything to do with family, with your every aspect of your life is ruled by Mercury for Gemini ascendant, is getting retrograde in the second house. Second house is speech, second house is money, second house is family also. In all these three areas, we want to not make big commitments, either in investment or receiving money is all good, let it come. Investment, not big commitment. With family, we don't want to get into verbal fight. And in the third case, this is also the house that is related to, we can say, it is related to family values also. Sometimes we challenge family values, that why the hell should we do this? Why the hell should we follow this ritual and whatnot? But please, it is important, whenever you will do any kind of badha, we can say, any kind of, you try to object, or you try to run away from any kind of family tradition, that causes more pitra dosha. That means your ancestors does not be happy from you. So in this time, if family traditions are what you need to follow, you need to follow them. Overall, you will see that this is a beautiful period for you. When talks about gains, this is a week of gains, especially week of gains, and in a over a nutshell, week of being very quiet. Don't speak too much and just keep accumulating. That is what how this week is. All the best. 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes. Those who have joined, very good. Those who are joining, all the best. And link is in the bio. And for readings, link is also in the bio. You can go in the description and click on the link, and you will come on WhatsApp and you can talk to me. Cancer ascendant Rohitji here. The start of the week happens with retrograde Saturn. Now, very good news for all the people who are going through Sarisati, Daiya, all these problems. They will have a lot of relief. But we'll see that ninth house is where Saturn is getting retrograde, and ninth house is the house that is related to your gurus, your teachers, your her learning. And in everyday life, we are learning everything. Every day we are learning something or the else. And this is the time that whatever we have learned, or just an example, if we come under influence of other people also, in many times, even with false gurus, we come under influence of false gurus also. Sometimes those gurus, their teachings become so bad, so evil, that they can also create problems for us. This is the time to revisit such teachings and try to make sure that what is right and what is wrong for you. Try to take opinions during this time. This is an absolute beautiful time. I have done Saturn retrograde video on very long, but big video on Saturn retrograde, giving all the importance of the aspects and what you should be doing, what you should do not. So for that, the video is there. So please look at that. Now, Rohitji, one more thing here. Saturn getting retrograde in the ninth house is also important for those who are doing traveling, any kind of travel, even in marriage, because Saturn rules seventh and eighth house. Marriage, gains from in-laws, in all these areas, with in-laws, with marriage, with partner, with business partnership, we have to be absolute careful and revisit and rethink that everything we're doing is okay, or is there any other challenges that we will face later. Moon enters into Aquarius, into the eighth house. Here it makes a Viprit Raj. Here it makes the Lagna Lord comes to the eighth house. Now this is a time of secretive things coming out. When Rahu and Moon are together, this is a time that secrets come out. But also very important about health, especially the health of, if you're male, prostate area or anything that has to do with waterborne diseases are seen. And when it is a female, it is related to your menstrual cycles and sometimes related to the lower abdomen area. So these are the two things that you have to be careful when Moon, any planet whose Lagna Lord goes to the eighth house, it can create health problems. But on the other hand, it can create lot of intuition, lot of powerful messages you can receive from universe. Those who are spiritually very, very overwhelmed, like very, very, what you say, very, very involved in spirituality, they will see that some kind of things like out of body experiences is what you can feel during the time when Rahu and Moon are together. This is also the house of daydreaming. You get into dreams and suddenly you're driving and some accident happens. Sudden events can happen here. For that, we have to be careful. But one positive news, Mars is aspecting your 8,000 Moon. This means that inheritance wise, if you're looking or waiting for something, we will get very, very positive good news here. Later, Moon is going to the ninth house and creating a Vishya Yoga. Those who are filling the forms for new education, those who are giving the money to agents and whatnot for higher education, because see, September is coming and many people, many children will be doing the September intake and will be going to foreign countries. Absolute important time that you look at your chart, look at your planetary positions, see if you're going to Sarisati, not Sarisati, because this is the time that a lot of fraud happens. And because Saturn and Moon are together called Vishya Yoga, some kind of problems like this, like you following someone else's guidance can be a challenge for you. So please make sure that you are very extremely taking multiple opinions before you do any kind of decision making on education, higher education, even travel. Okay, very important. Now this ninth house is also the house of dharma, and here when Saturn and Moon come together, emotionally you are disturbed and sometimes something wrong happens in day-to-day life. Like Roji, I talk to people, they say, oh, you know what, I've been praying to God, nothing is happening, I don't believe in him and whatnot. So some we all are humans, we get overwhelmed by these things. These are the kind of emotions that can come here. Try to let this emotion share with other people that I am facing a problem. Don't keep it into yourself. Now, Surya Dev, the Lord of the second house, is coming to the ascendant. Now, this is good news because here, as soon as it enters here, Buddha Aditya Yoga is already formed. And on top of that, Sun is an extreme benefit when it comes to Kendra. Even being a Maraka Lord, second house Lord here, it is an extreme benefit. Any money that has been either from family, either from work, either from anything, even from sorrow, like even money from sorrow, it is coming from someone's demise or someone's anything, it will come to you this time. That has been waiting. In this month is a month that you will be doing a lot of effort yourself and you will be making good money. But when sun comes into the ascendant here, it is a time that egoistic approach towards other people, tends to be more than average, because sun is a egoistic, little bit of over out hot planet, which can be very self-centered. And that's how the position of sun is in the solar system. It is in center, everyone is revolving around him. Here, that is, a sun is in focus for all the Cancer ascendant people during this month. Those who are going through sun mahadasha antardasha may also feel an overwhelming time. So make sure that lot of aditya hridaya stotram, you should do that, so that if you're going to sun mahadasha antardasha and egoistic ego and aggression comes to you, it will nullify that. Sun is aspecting the 7th house. It is also important and very beautiful time for those who are looking for status improvement, like getting promotion or any kind of new big responsibilities, because 7th house is 10th from the 10th, and sun looks here, it is a very, very positive sign for them. Moon goes to the house of Cancer. Now this is the time, the career wise, there can be some changes, or if you are waiting for any kind of career changes, new job offer, if you're given an interview and waiting to hear something positive, if you're giving a new interview, even if you're expecting, what you say, some friend must have or some colleague must have gone somewhere and they are saying that, okay, listen, I will try to fit you in here. This is that time that you may get some kind of good news related to that also. Later what happens is that Mercury becomes retrograde here. Now, when we look at Mercury, 12th house lord, when we look at Mercury, it is also the 3rd house lord. Special impact it puts on travel. If you're traveling, suddenly travel cancels, there is a reschedule, your flight is missing, or your flight does not go missing, you miss your flight. I need to tell that. And in some cases, this is also not a very good time to commit. When it comes to commitment to your siblings, or when it comes to commitment to anyone who's in a foreign country, that, okay, I will be there, I'll be doing this, don't commit during this time. And especially if you're going through Mercury Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is an absolute time to keep more silence and not commit. Let the Mercury retrograde can play with your mind and sometimes your emotions. Even, you will get very overwhelmed by fulfilling that commitment. So it is better to take ease out of this stuff. All the best. There is a link in the description for readings, and 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes, advanced astrology. For that also, you can join. Those who join this will get the basic astrology course for free. Leo ascendant. When we talk about Leo here, Saturn is getting retrograde in Pisces into the 8th house of transformation, 8th house of hidden resources, 8th house of intuition, 8th house of occult sciences. Now, this is again a time that you need to revisit all these areas. In fact, inheritance, investments, everything is seen from the 8th house. You have to revisit these areas and try to see that, have I made the right decision? Am I doing right? Do I need to improve in some cases? Do I need to again take my investment out and put it somewhere else? This is that important time for all the Leo ascendant people. Saturn here rules 6th and the 7th house, and that means Saturn is making a Vipreet Raja Yoga. In such cases, Leo ascendant people can feel a lot of fatigue, over fatigue syndrome, like getting very tired, that you must be feeling from the last 2.5 months from the time Saturn is here in the sign of Pisces. But suddenly you get even better, then suddenly you feel very sad, then again you become better. Your decisions are not consistent. This is what is happening. And this time Saturn in retrograde motion can create more brain fog. For that, we have to be very careful and always pray to Lord Hanuman. Hanuman Chalisa is very important. Once you do that, Saturn becomes very nice in your chart, does not become notorious. Moon is entering into Aquarius, into the sign of 7th house of your relationship, partnership, where Rahu is sitting. Rahu is creating a lot of misunderstandings here, and Moon can come here and play with your mind. Sometimes this is a time that spouse fight, this is a time where partners fight. So for that reason, it is just manipulation of Rahu to your mind, because Moon is coming very close to Rahu. Don't take any hasty decisions during this week, or don't say anything wrong to your business partner or your wife, because later you may not be able to take it back. So very careful. Emotionally, it's a very important time. Moon enters into the 8th house here. Now here it makes a Vipreet Rajyog. Here the 12th house lord is in the 8th house, 6th house lord in the 8th house. So there is a 2 Vipreet Rajyogs happening in the 8th house for you. This means that investment wise, if someone has taken your money, run away, someone is not giving you your money back, or if you're in any kind of field like research, occult sciences, you're stuck somewhere, this is the time that you really, really find something very powerful. After a lot of struggle, finally you get the real fact, like real fact check happens, that okay, yes man, this is what I was supposed to receive from this. So it's a very amazing time. So do not take this in a lighter way. Only thing, Saturn and Moon can cause food poisoning. So be careful about what you eat. Both are aspecting the second house of food. And I made a video yesterday on food, that what food is, what kind of food you should have, what kind of food you should not have, and what not. So very careful about eating habits during this time. Sun, Lagna Lord goes to the 12th house. Get ready, all the Leo ascendant people. This week, you are going to be out, and especially this whole month, you're going to be discussing traveling or booking your travel plans. In fact, expenses can be on the rise during this time, and I can feel it. Rohitji, my daughter's school is not there, so now there is summer camps every week. $300, $400, $300, $400. School fees is cheaper than all these summer camps. So I just say that the school should not end. There should be no holidays. Anyways, so expenses are there on the higher side. And spiritually also, this is a very good time to visit some pilgrimage or take some new prana, or maybe new, you promise yourself that, okay, this 1 month we'll be doing completely vegetarian, we'll be doing this sadhana, we'll be doing yoga, we'll be doing a meditation. It's a time of spiritual retreat. So make sure that spiritual retreat does not mean you have to go to a specific place. It can be where you are right now. So do something like that. Later, Moon will come to the 9th house. 12th house has the Lagna. 9th house or 12th house Lord in the 9th house. Long distance travel will be planned for sure. Higher education can also be coming to your play. This is a positive scenario of Moon. Moon comes to the Aries sign. It is very good. It will enter into Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika nakshatra also, and that is also very positive because it creates a lot of spiritual energy around you. In fact, gives you some new motive for higher learning, and that motive is also there. We are doing the course also from 30th of August, so everyone should join this. So that's what is also there. Here Mercury gets retrograde into Cancer. Now 12th house is where Mercury is. I'm telling you, expenses are on the higher side here. Don't do any kind of commitment or give any kind of, see, Mercury rules your social circle as well as your family. Don't give any big commitment. No, don't worry, I will take care of this. No. Otherwise, expenses will be on the higher side. In fact, sometimes because of family members or because of your social or in a group, you plan something to go somewhere and expenses can happen that way also. So this is that week for you. Overall, great week. This is a week of gains also. So money is positive, but outgoing is more than incoming. That's what I can say. Sorry for this, but this is how it is. All the best. Do join the course. The link is in the description for appointments also. Let's move to Virgo Ascendant. When we look at Virgo Ascendant here, Rohiji, Saturn is getting retrograde in Pisces. Now, we discussed about this in the bigger video of Saturn. You will see that 10 days ago I've uploaded on the channel, but here Saturn getting retrograde in the 7th house for you. Now 7th house is a house that is related to relationship, partnerships, commitment, signing, contracts. All these are ruled by the 7th house. Health also, especially this is Marakastan. Marakastan, that means this planet is responsible. Jupiter is responsible in your birth chart to give you sometimes hardships or diseases. So here Saturn getting retrograde means that re-evaluate all the areas related to partnerships, commitments, anything that has to do in any area of life. Partnership, even with your brother, even with your wife, even with your sister, even with your father, everyone, or even business partner. Any kind of partnership or any kind of agreement that we do happens from the 7th house. In all this means that revision is required. We need to go back, understand that, okay, you know what, I have done this. Have I done right? Do I need to renegotiate? Does anything require my more importance here? This is the kind of thing that is required by all the Virgo ascendant people during the beginning of this week onwards for 5 months. It is a period of do, keep doing back, doing, then again be, then do, then be. This is what it is. The big video is there. You go and watch that. You'll give more insights. Here, Moon, the Lord of the 11th house, comes to the 6th house. Now, here, 11th house Lord is sitting exactly 8th from itself. This time, elder siblings can have little bit of sudden events in their life, like accidents, problems. Suddenly their blood test does not come better or whatnot. Because 6,000 also diseases, health and work routines. Rahu and Moon can create some kind of political environment in the workplace, which can be very overwhelming for you. So for that reasons, you have to be very careful. Health wise also, because Rahu represents, any kind of mysterious illness. Sometimes mysterious illness, you don't know what is happening to you, but suddenly that can come. One positive news is that if you're expecting some kind of money from a foreign country, because Mars is aspecting Moon and sitting with Rahu, which is a foreign planet, there can be possibility of getting some more positive money kind of stuff from foreign countries. So for that, it's very good. Moon enters into the seventh house here. Now Saturn was retrograde, is retrograde. On top of that, Moon has also come here, which is the lord of the 11th house and the 7th house. If there is, sometimes in this cases, we have losses in partnership or lose a partner. Lose a partner mean we break up with a partner, that okay, I don't want to work together. Don't take emotional decisions during this week. Be very practical. I would suggest that for any partnership decision, any decision related to husband, wife, whatnot it is, should be taken after 18th, as soon as Moon enters into the sign of Aries. But now, after this Moon getting into the 7th house, we have to be careful in the relationship partnership pattern, not get over emotional, not be rude, not be very ruthless. While we are maintaining this, Sun moves to the sign of 11th house. Now 12th house lord in the 11th house means that sometimes you get great blessings from foreign lands. This means that those people who are waiting for their visa, etc., foreign country settlement, green card date, priority date, whatnot, you may see some improvement in this area. And also pilgrimage, sometimes very long distance travel happens. And if this time long distance travel is happening, you need to add a place of religious importance or spiritual importance in that travel, so that Sun gives you good results. Otherwise, Sun will make you unnecessary do lot of expenses in a group, in a larger social circle, which can be overwhelming for all the people. Sun also gives one more indication here, that if there is, your elder siblings can get something very much favors from the government. So that is also very, very good time. In fact, you will also get favors from the government. This is Sun in the 11th house means political favors. So let's hope for the best. Here, on the other hand, Moon will enter into Aries. Now here, 11th house Lord has gone exactly 10th from itself and sitting in the 8th house. That means sudden gains in your work, or suddenly your goals get complete. Suddenly you find a loophole, you do such good research that you know that, okay, this is how I will be able to complete my goals. Over emotional time for all the Virgo ascendant people, because Moon is traveling to 6th, 7th and 8th house this week. Especially Moon in the 8th house is a emotional benefit, does not give very good results in the 8th house, Rohit. So here it's an overwhelming time for Virgo ascendant people. Moon also can create some health problems, because see, Moon is the lord of the 11th house, which is an Upachaya house. That means house of improvement. Here health improvement is also triggered or can be triggered during this time, which may put you into some kind of medications, or even I would suggest that consume maximum water. Water. This is going to help you the most. Later, Mercury, Buddha Dev is going to go retrograde, and Buddha is the lord of your ascendant as well as your 10th house. This means that career lord as well as Lagna lord is getting retrograde in the sign of Virgo, which can be little bit of overwhelming, because what happens here is that in social circle you are very confused state of mind. Or not only retrograde, it will get combust also, which will also make you sure that your voice is not getting heard, your ideas are not appreciated, your presence in this whole group is of no use. That is what you feel. But this does not mean you will become aggressive, because what happens, Sun is here with Mercury. It can sometimes make your brain go very, very powerfully aggressive, that what the hell do you think about yourself, I don't have anything. We have to be patient till the time Mercury is retrograde here, and not jump in any kind of discussion and make big commitments which we cannot fulfill. Either I would say don't make any commitments. If something comes to you, then say, okay, I will try to do it, but don't jump in and say, this I can do it like this only. No. Otherwise you will get screwed, because the planetary position, other than that, also Mars and Ketu are in the 12th house of losses. We don't want to make very big losses. They're in very, very close conjunction on very extremely powerful. The new video is coming out on Mars and Ketu, so we have to be over cautious during this time. One more thing, you will see that Mercury becoming retrograde is also making sure that your workplace, some promises that has been done, that okay, we will be giving you this responsibility or this designation, it may delay. So do not make any kind of do not get panicked or make any kind of powerful, I would suggest powerful allegations or argument during this time. That's what is my suggestion. All the best, guys. Hopefully you will do what I have said and what astrology wants to do, what you to do. And there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. If you want to talk about your chart in detail, we can talk about it with different aspects, sometimes even D1, D10, D9, whatever it is. You can talk to Samantha about it. And from 30th of August, we are doing the new and advanced classes of astrology. 7 weeks of classes, 14 classes, 2 hours long, 28, 30 hours of content. So let's hope for the best and let's learn astrology in a very, very wonderful way. This will give you the advanced methods of prediction that, okay, you know what, how to predict, man. All this is very good, but how to predict? All the best. Libra ascendant, one of the most awesome ascendants in the world. And today, because I'm here and I'm sitting in a new location, so I got flower also for you guys. These are real flowers, huh? Not fake ones. So this is for all the Libra ascendant people. Anyways, for Libra ascendant people, as we talk, your Yoga Karka planet, that means Saturn, Shani Dev, is getting retrograde in Pisces this month and on 13th of July, this week actually. Here, it is going to be retrograde for 5 months. Getting retrograde in the 6th house of your daily work and routine, your health, as well as anything that has to do with your, enemies. This is again a time in your workplace you have to revisit and see that what more improvement can be done. Even in the health area, if you've been not taking care of your health, very important. Those people who are going in any kind of competitions, writing any exams or going into any kind of interviews and stuff, they also have to be prepared more than what is required. That's how they have to think. Extra preparation is required, Rohitji. In many cases, I have seen that when Saturn is generally retrograde in the 6th house for people, they have to do multiple attempts whenever to achieve anything. Now, one positive thing here is that, Rohitji, because this is the 6th house and 6th house is the Dushtana, Saturn gives good results. In retrograde motion, Saturn can also create new workplace opportunities. So those who are looking for new jobs and whatnot, this is a very, very good time for you. There is a complete big video that I have made on the channel. It is there, so you can go and watch that also. When we look at moon entering into Aquarius, so moon is the 10th house lord, goes to the 5th house of creativity. Now, there are two ways we can look at this. Number one way is either we get into a creative scenario where we go out of the box, like unconventional thinking is what can happen. Or in some cases, sometimes our manipulation acts against us. This is what happens. We don't want to manipulate. Whenever Moon and Rahu are together, no manipulation should be done, because 5th house is the house of children. Also, we will see that children wise, this is not that great time. There can be some challenges related to the health of the children, especially the stomach health of the children. And I have Libra ascendant people are the most my favorite, and also I have so many people who have children, so I wish all the best for your children's, because this is a time that sometimes stomach related problem to children, or you get anxious for the child. That's what happens during this time. One more thing here, because Moon and Rahu will come together, and Moon and Rahu are illusion and sitting in the 5th house. Sometimes creativity wise, those people are doing startups, those people who are thinking of a very big ideas, those who have very big pitches, you have to be working more hard on it, and always use something that stands out and is not the direct path. If you go very simple path, this is not the right time. This is a time to think very, very differently. Like if the food can be eaten by hand, you have to or a fork, you have to think something else, that food can be also eaten this way. Like you have to think, you have to be creative. That's your way to look at it. Moon enters into the sign of Pisces here. Into the 6th house, makes a Visha Yoga. Moon is the bile in the body. Any kind of fluid in the body is ruled by Moon. Here, some kind of problems related to food poisoning also happens, Rohit. So that for that also, every Libra ascendant should be very careful. This is the time that health has to be taken into utmost consideration. 5th house is the stomach. 6th house is the lower abdomen. 7th house is the genitals, and 8th house is the anus. That's how we see medical astrology and the different houses. So this is the time that is sitting in the lower abdomen area, stomach area. You want to make sure that no junk food and stuff should be avoided, because Saturn and Moon are food poisoning. This also means sometimes politics can be played in the workplace for you guys. So that is one thing that is very common here. So It's a very 2-day transit, so be careful about it. Later, Sun will enter into the 10th house. Now, this is positive. 11th house Lord goes to the 10th house. If there is anything that you are supposed to be proving in the workplace, or getting any favor from your bosses, or from the government, or a new job, or new beginnings, this is that beautiful time. If you're going to Sun Mahadasha Antardasha, then some beautiful things are going to manifest for Libra ascendant people. That means that will put them into power, into spotlight, into highlight. Their dignity, power, and rank will go up. And that is what happens when Sun, a planet like Sun, goes to the 10th house. Very powerful. Later, Moon, the Kendra Lord, 10th house Lord, goes 10th from itself. This is the time that the obstacles that you have crossed will give you a designation, will give you power. Moon is a benefic planet when it comes to the 7th house. Your relationship pattern also becomes very, very positive. Such a beautiful placement of Moon in the 7th house for Libra ascendant people by end of the week. But now, in fact, those who are waiting for love life, romance, even sometimes workplace romance happens here. You join a new place and people say, oh, now nice guy has come, nice girl has come. People want to come closer to you. This is what can happen. So all the best for that. Mercury, Buddhadev will get retrograde. Mercury is the 12th and the 9th house lord. That means if very travel plans are there, you may have to reconsider, they may get rescheduled. Even the 9th house education plan can also go a little bit of not in your hand. Sometimes it is the 10th house that is getting retrograde. Don't be overwhelming. You don't be overwhelming on other people. That means try to unnecessary communication, unnecessary putting out your problems, unnecessary talking or gossiping. This is what is not required this week and almost till the time Mercury is retrograde in Cancer for all the people. Overall, beginning of the week, little bit of challenge for health. Mid of the week, we are going very, very awesome in career. Then end of the week, career wise, we get great news. Then once we get great news, we don't want to gossip that I did this, that's why I got great news. Other people may be jealous and can create challenges in your life. Okay, all the best, guys. In the description, there is a WhatsApp link for contact for appointments, and 30th of August onwards. I know Libra ascendant are the best, and they are the best in astrology also, in life also. And Roji, everyone asks me, sir, I'm going to ask why Libra ascendant is the best. I did not say this. Parashara says this. In Parashara Horashastra, Parashara says that Venus, Shukra, has the power, has the knowledge of everything in this world. It has the power of Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh all combined, and the knowledge power. Even Brahaspati, that means Jupiter, who's the guru of gods, does not have that much power that Shukra has. So that's why Venus ruled people are the best people in the world. They have a lot of knowledge. Scorpio ascendant people. When we talk about Scorpio ascendant, here Saturn is getting retrograde in the sign of Pisces, your 5th house. 5th house is the house of speculative gains. 5th house is the house of children, childbirth. Also house related to education. Also love life. All these areas of life, we have to be very careful. Also go back and understand if the romantic or love pattern is going very good, or should we disconnect from this and move on in a more serious, more powerful pattern. For childbirth, if you have been trying, there can be now delays. Sorry for this. There can also be delays in education or choosing education. And for that, you can also come to us, because we are doing the readings of D24, the knowledge chart. That can give you a clear idea that which education you should go into. But here what happens is that in this time, there may be delay in education. Sometimes those people who are thinking of going to a foreign country and stuff like that, it may delay more, because Saturn is the planet of delay. So, and retrograde means more delay. So sorry. Speculative gain wise also, we should not put very big money into stock markets. That's what I suggest. Moon enters into Aquarius. That is the sign, that is the 4th house. Here Moon is the 9th house lord in the 4th house with Rahu. See, with Rahu, there are good and bad both. One good thing is that Rahu and Moon together can give you sometimes very, very great deal if you're into getting into any kind of material possessions, like buying of a house, buying of a property or a car, or selling of a property. It gives you profit. But sometimes it creates also fear of social security. It gives you fear of security, that, oh my, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if that is going to happen? So even my mother's health is going bad. What is wrong with her? Anxiety happens. One good thing happens. Another positive thing is that if Rahu and Moon are together, applied for any visa, any foreign travel, this happens because Moon and Rahu together can also make you go on a long distance tour and journey. So all the best if that is in your cards right now. Later, Moon will enter into the sign of fifth house of your speculative gains, fifth house with Saturn. Again, this is a time that children's health has to be taken into first consideration here. If you have children, their health may need some attention. Very good idea to take your children to doctor, do some medical test, get some blood test done. This is important. Suddenly, if Moon here is the ninth house lord, sitting exactly ninth from itself, Moon is benefic here, not malefic. But because it is under the influence of a retrograde Saturn, Moon also can, Moon will only be here trying to help you or trying to emotionally balance you. But Saturn, on the other hand, can be very, very heavy for you because Saturn here in your chart is the third house lord. Third house lord means lot of effort you have to put, lot of effort. Your effort will always give you slow results. That you'll keep putting effort, 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 and in the last you'll say, "I'm tired." And then at the very end, like other people they put small effort and they get everything. You put extreme effort, in the end you will get your speculative gain. So that can enhance during this week. Sun, very good, very powerful position. But there are two goods and bads about it. So I'll be very honest about it. When the 10th house lord goes exactly 12th from itself, there can be job losses. But the other area is that it can be also a job offer from a foreign country. So depending on which Mahadasha, Antardasha you're going on, and I feel that there may be a lot of job losses when this, especially because Ketu and Mars are sitting together. So Scorpio ascendant people may get affected a lot here during this time because very aggressive. I suggest this is the time to do Aditya Hriday Stotram. There's a mantra called Aditya Hriday Stotram. You do it on YouTube or do Om Mitraya Namaha, Om Suryaya Namaha, Om Adityaya Namaha, Om. Like, make sure that more and more Surya mantras are done during this time. Very important for you. And also the Navgraha mantra. Brahma Murari Tripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Budhasya Guruscha Shukrah Shani Rahu Ketava Sarvo Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Very important for all the Scorpio ascendant people because the planetary positions are not that great. Remember, your first house, your 11th house, 12th house, first house, second house, third house, everything is empty. Vijay, this is a very important thing to understand. Everything, your 11th house of gains, your third house of effort, your second house of money, your first house that aspects, everything is empty. We need power of all the planets during this week for Scorpio ascendant people. And Sun coming to the ninth house, relationship with father improves. Travel related to pilgrimage, or you should visit a place of holy or place of spiritual existence during this time. Also, donation related to books, pen, even jaggery should be done by Scorpio ascendant people. Very important. Sun, on the other hand, in the ninth house, gives favor from gurus or gives you some kind of knowledge from guru. Very nice time to take spiritual advice. Either do astrology reading, either do numerology reading, either do any kind of spiritual advice should be taken during this time. Later, Moon will go into the sixth house. Now here, Moon is the ninth house lord, goes to the sixth house. Very powerful, very amazing position. Even with Sun in the ninth house is the house of judicial system. If you have been struggling something with judicial system, if you are struggling something, I will take water, Rohitji. Water also I'm drinking in wine glass, Rohitji. This is, Venus is in my Taurus, right? That's why I'm doing this. Anyways, here what happens is that Moon is entering into Aries and Sun is in the ninth house. Now, though both these planets, Sun and Moon, are the judicial system in the world, Scorpio ascendant people, if they are having trouble, if they're having challenges related to any judicial system, you will see that absolutely they are going away from your life and you may really, really find something very positive during this week. In fact, if there is final hearing, you may win in that. That is how powerful this placement is. If there is any legal document that needs to be signed or stuff like that, you will see that there is positivity in that area also. So amazing for all the Scorpio ascendant people. Mercury, on the other hand, will get retrograde. Mercury is the 8th house lord, Rohit, and the 11th house lord. This means that Secrets should be secret. They should not be revealed. Sometimes other people's secrets you reveal, and your relationship with your friends, with your social circle may become very bad. When Mercury in this situations in the house of your destiny becomes retrograde, and you try to play foul with other people, or you try, because it is the lord of the 11th house, that is your friends, your social circle. It is the lord of the 8th house, secrets. If you reveal any secrets, if you try to act smart, it can create a lot of problems. And your destiny, not right now you will feel nothing happened, but later, long run, you will see that your destiny is challenged here by this. So very, very careful. Even in education area, very careful. Even in giving exams, we have to be very careful during this week, and also till the time Mercury is retrograde. Mercury in the 9th house can also create a little bit of, sun comes and makes your relationship very good, but here, because of your attitude, your communication, your problems with fathers and gurus can happen during this time. You can be a little bit of aggressive, or you can be try to put them into a corner, which will be very overwhelming for them. So try to be calm, relax, not do very fights and stuff like that, and do Aditya Hriday Stotram. Very, very extremely important for Scorpio ascendant people. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and 30th of August onwards. Those who have joined the courses, welcome. Those who are not joining, this is not fair. All the best. Link is in the description for joining as well as talking. Thank you. Sagittarius ascendant people, when we talk about Sagittarius, Saturn is getting retrograde in Pisces, Rohitji. Now here, if you look at the Pisces sign, there is the 4th sign where Saturn is getting retrograde. Saturn is the lord of your money and your efforts. Any wealth accumulation that you do, that and communication. Now it is getting retrograde in the 4th house of your real estate, mother, family, emotional security, and all these areas. If there is any commitment related to buying or selling of a property, it may delay now. There may be some kind of obstacles here, because it is giving you time to revisit and understand that if it is the right pattern, you should go for it or you should not go for it. That is number one. Secondly, in some cases, if there is anything that you are doing with your siblings, or any challenges that you're facing with siblings, which was supposed to come to a closure, that may also delay by some other problems. One good news is Saturn retrograde can give you time to do foreign settlement. So if you're in a foreign country, it gives you more time to stay there and make sure that your foreign settlement happens. There is a big video that I've made on Saturn getting retrograde, and you can go that and watch that, because that will help you the most. It's 10 days ago I've uploaded on the channel, so you can find it. Later, we will see Moon will enter into Aquarius. When we talk about Moon here, Moon is the 8th house lord in going exactly 8 from itself with Rahu. Sometimes accidents is what happen here. 3rd house is an Upchaya house. Sagittarius ascendant, because from the time Rahu has come here, you may be facing problem in your neck, in your ears, ringing of ears, sometimes neck, and sometimes, one more thing happens. Sorry for saying this, but this happens because Rahu is here. We get a sudden, very sharp pain in the rectum. Suddenly sharp pain, and you say, oh my god, what has happened here? So such kind of things happen. So for that, we have to be absolutely careful, and if such things happen, we have to not wait and see a doctor immediately. This time, one more thing happens, Rohitji, is that when Moon and Rahu are together in the 3rd house of communication, sometimes our communication also becomes a little bit of challenging. So in this situation, we have to be very careful about what kind of communication we are doing, what kind of written communication, especially if you are writing something, giving something in writing, you have to be very careful about that. One problem happens here, Rohitji, and that is very common. 3rd house, short distance travel. Whenever we do, if on these dates, or between 13th and 15th, if you're doing any kind of short distance travel, there may be disruption, there may be challenges, delays, problems in short distance travel also. Not a good time to sign anything or review anything, contracts, because your mind is not in the right place. Careful. Health of siblings also has to be taken care. Younger siblings may require some attention. Later, Moon will enter into Pisces. This is also a Vishya Yoga. 8th house Lord, exactly 9th from itself. One positive news when it comes to if you're waiting for any kind of property related inheritance, then yes, this is a good time. But when it comes to your emotional happiness, you will certainly not be happy at home. I would suggest this is a very good time to go out. Maybe for 1 or 2 days, like from 15th till 18th, you may think of doing a very small mini vacation, so that you're out of your home, you're a little bit of more relaxed. I know that before that, the time is not favorable with Rahu and Moon together, but somehow you have to forcefully do something, because then you will be happy. In other cases, I would also suggest very as simple remedy as going for a walk. every evening outside. That is also going to cheer you up. Um, Eighth house lord in the fourth house also means that there can be possibility that mother can have developed sudden illnesses. Sudden illnesses happens to mother because moon and Saturn are in Vishya yoga here. So sometimes poisonous things happen at the home. In fact, some kind of family disputes, challenges, fights also happen. Sorry, but this is what I can do. It is this. This is how it is there in your chart. Later, Sun will enter into Cancer. Now, this is a positive news because here the Lord of the ninth house is sitting exactly 12th from itself. Those who are waiting for foreign settlement, those who are waiting for education in a foreign country, those who are waiting for approval of visa, etc., you will see positive news here. But Sun being a malefic going to the eighth house also improves condition related to inheritance. If you are fighting inheritance, if there is any problem related to shared resources, you and your partner are not able to share the money together or peacefully, this is the time that something beautiful happens. One good news, when Sun is in the eighth house, any investments which has been stalled in the past, or some fraud has happened or something, you get help from government during this time. Like suddenly you get a call from the police station saying that, what, you had complained this, we found this is where it is. So some kind of lost hidden items also comes back to you. So let's be very hopeful about it. Moon enters into Aries. Finally, Moon has come to a good position. Here, Moon has finally come to Aries, when now what has happened is beautiful thing has happened. The fifth and the eighth house lord are making a very big combination. Both the luminaries are in the fifth and the eighth house. Very great time to play a lottery. Play anything that is supposed to be speculative. Those who are investing in stock share market will see sudden gains. Be very careful. Don't go on my word. You have to see Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar, Sukshma, Prana, which nakshatra is transiting where, what is happening, what is your Chara Dasha, what is your Yogini Dasha. You have to see everything to make these decisions. This is a generic prediction. But yes, if you're going through Moon and Mars Mahadasha, if you're going through Sun Mahadasha, then there is a possibility of lottery or a speculative gain. So be very hopeful and play. If there is something, don't play your house. Play like $10-$15. That kind of stuff you should play during this time. Very good time for even conceiving. Those who have been trying to conceive, Moon is getting into Ashwini Nakshatra, healing happens and conception happens. Good time for education of children and your education also. Those who are not in love life or those who have done breakup, they can again patch up together, and love life will be very, very powerful this time. Later, we will see that in the end, this week, 18th of July, is when Mercury will get retrograde in Cancer. Now, this is a point of concern. First of all, Mercury is sitting in the 8th house of sudden events. Secondly, it rules your career as well as your relationship. In the relationship pattern, be very careful about your communication. Sometimes whatever spoken cannot be taken back. And this time it is sitting with Sun. I know Jupiter is here to protect you in the house of your relationship and partnership, but here sometimes your secret motives come out. They come out like okay, this person has been, even in partnership, this person has been cheating, this person has been doing something like that. So sometimes that come out. Even in the workplace, your compliance, your faithfulness toward work will come out, that okay, this person is not faithful, this person is trying to kill time and whatnot. So this is a time to be very genuinely involved into work and work patterns. That's what my suggestion is. Mercury also rules in this chart. It is aspecting the second house. It rules, Mercury in this chart also rules your, what you say, we can say speech communication, because it is looking at the second house right now. And in this scenario, you should be very careful about written as well as spoken communication. You don't give any big commitments during this time, otherwise you'll not be able to fulfill it. It is very sure. When Mercury is retrograde in the 8th house, people cannot fulfill their commitments done that at that time. So for that, you have to be extra careful. But speculative gain, this is the time of money, man. Money is coming for Capricorn and Sagittarius people. All the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And here from 30th of August, we are starting the new and live astrology classes. Those who have joined, good. Those who are not joining, not good. Join fatafat. Fast. All the best. Capricorn ascendant. Now here, when we talk Saturn, the Lagna Lord is getting retrograde in the 3rd house. So the effort that you have put in the past, this is the time to reevaluate. Are you putting the effort in the right space, or are you putting effort somewhere stupid way where it's not going to convert into anything? So this is that time that you need to understand that where are you putting the effort? Are this effort really useful, or you are in some scenario which is creating this effort but is not giving any return? With younger siblings, this is a time to be very careful because Saturn is getting retrograde. There can be challenges with younger siblings, even with short distance travel, even long distance travel. See, Saturn is aspecting your ninth house also. Saturn is aspecting the 12th house also. So in these areas also reevaluate that, okay, man, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I go? Should I don't go? Or if you are already in a foreign country, it may trigger to you to come back to your home place. That is also what happens when Saturn becomes retrograde. Third house is also the house of visa. Visa, we say that my visa is approved, my visa is rejected. This is seen from the third house. In such cases, you have to be careful about visa also. Sometimes in this cases, because it's retrograde, that returns, passport is returned to you without a stamp. That also happens. Sorry for this, but this is what the time is. But very careful in all the area related to communication. And multiple times recheck your documents before submitting anywhere. Even your CV also, before submitting, recheck. Moon enters into Aquarius. Now, when we talk about Moon in the second house with Rahu, this is good and bad both. Good because it will give you some monetary gains. That is positive news. Something that comes from partnership between 13th of July till 16th of July. Something that comes from partnership, because 7th house Lord has gone to the second house. But remember, Moon is a Maraka here. It can create sudden dental problems, ulcers in the mouth. In fact, because it is aspecting the 8th house, indigestion, stomach problems. Aspected by Mars, aggressive. It is Mahalakshmi Yoga. Money wise, there is no problem. But health wise, we have to be extra vigilant during this month. Sometimes, Rohitji, what happens here is that in second house, when Rahu and Moon is there, people develop cataract, or they find that there's some problem in their eyes also, because this is a Grahan Yoga and this is the second house is the eyes. So in eye, you can find some kind of eye fatigue also. So for that, you have to be careful. But monetary wise, this is super time, super. Later, Moon goes to the sign third house with Saturn. Now, Saturn and Moon together is Vishya Yoga in the third house. Third house is an Upchaya house. Saturn generally gives good result here, but Moon does not give good result here. Seventh house Lord in the third house, you have to be very open in communication related to your partnership. In fact, in partnership, sometimes there can be possibility that, Vishya, that means poisonous things can be spoken. So we have to be absolutely quiet, careful. This is time that because of partnership, you have to travel also. Like your partner is calling you somewhere, your partner is sending you somewhere, your partner wants to meet some different partner in some different areas. Some short distance travel can commence and maybe planned earlier. Short distance travel can be disrupted by natural calamities. Like you can say a storm has come, air is not right, so it can delay. There can be delays because you're sitting with Saturn. Be prepared for such kind of delays. Now, Sun, the Lord of the 8th house, comes to the 7th house. That means one powerful thing. Sometimes you have to spend money on your in-laws. Sometimes this is the time that 8th house Lord has gone exactly 12th from it. So expenses related to in-laws, expenses related to sometimes even we say 8th house is inheritance, but inheritance, this will give you good results, not bad results. But 8th house is also the house of investments. Sometimes expenses on your own investments. I will tell you one story, Rohitji, here. Expenses on our own investment. I know a person, he lives 3 houses from my, like I live in 208, he lives in 224. He said, Akash, I went to India. I had my PF, Provident Fund, in India for like almost 30 years. He did service in the government. He said, Provident Fund. He said, to get my Provident Fund, my investment, I had to pay like 1 lakh rupees to get it out. Such kind of placement was in his chart that time. That's why I remember that story here. Sometimes to get your own investment, you have to bribe, you have to pay, you have to do expenses to get your own investment back. That is what happens here when Sun travels 12th from the 8th house in your 7th house. So such scenario is there. So please be careful about it. Also, one more thing here is we will see that 8th house Lord in the 12th house can create a little bit of challenges in the relationship pattern. Sun is not a very good planet when it comes to relationship because it's a malefic and it creates separative tendencies. So the relationship wise, Venus is there trying to support you in your 5th house, but here don't try to be extremely over egoistic. That's what my suggestion is. Later, Moon will enter into Aries. Now this is positive. Kendra Lord comes in Kendra Lot of things are supported. Your home, your family, your mothers, you get lot of support from your family members, from your partner, from everyone. There is also possibility some karma related to wife has to be completed during this week. That means either getting her something, either doing something for her in her favor is seen during this time. So all the best. I suggest that spend some money on your wife. That is required. Even Jupiter is looking at the 12th also. Expansion is expenses is happening. Very careful keeping us assorted people, because this Jupiter is making a Vipreet Rajyog. It will give you health problems. If you're going through Jupiter Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar, Sukshma Pran, it will give you health problems. But naturopathy, as soon as you start taking naturopathy, as you start taking turmeric or anything that has to do with saffron, turmeric, whatever disease it is, it will start, going away from your life. That's how this time is. Now, in the end, Mercury will retrograde in the sign of Cancer. 7th house, relationship, partnership. 6th house, Lord in the 7th house. Sometimes your partner become your enemies because of your false communication. So this time, don't do any kind of false communication. Even 9th house, Lord, your gurus become your enemy, or you can do something wrong towards your guru also. Not a good time to do anything wrong towards your guru. This is a time to be more quiet, be more open in communication, and sometimes we are helpless. We don't have anything to say or anything to commit. This is not that. This is that time that you be very open about it. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to say or anything to commit right now. When I have that power, strength, I will come back to you. That's how you have to navigate this time. All the best, guys. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. Do it. I'm waiting. Done. Thank you. 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes, advanced astrology. For that also, all the description is in the link below, and you can join and talk to Samantha, get your appointment book also. All the best. See you on the other side. Aquarius ascendant. Now Saturn is getting retrograde in Pisces. Your Lagna Lord is getting retrograde in the 2nd house of your finances. This is the 2nd house, is the house of finances. That means not the house of gains. It is the house of fixed money. That, okay, the money in my bank account, the money in that is coming to me, the money that I've accumulated, the gold that I have, the silver that I have, the property that I have bought, and the papers that I have now. Everything is 2nd house. It is also the house of family. I will have to drink some water, Rohiji. I drink water also in wine glass. It gives that feel, that we are all having fun. Anyways, here in the 2nd house, I don't know why so much dryness is there here. I feel like so thirsty when I'm talking. I think 1 hour, 16 minutes, right? Okay, so here we talk about 2nd house Saturn. It is this time when retrograde Saturn happens that investments, family values, as well as verbal speech, verbal commitments have to be taken into consideration. You cannot do something very, very quickly. Like impulsive decisions should be avoided. And why I'm saying this, Rohiji, because right now, till this time when Mars does not, go, Mars is putting an 8th aspect on the 2nd house. So it can create some problem here. Now here, this is the house of money and investments also. This is not for the next 5 months, forget about investments. If money is coming, keep it in the bank account, let it be there. Don't think about big investment, otherwise it can create some kind of problem in your life. If you're going to Saturn Mahadasha, Antardasha, if you're going to Sadesati, then it has to be taken into utmost consideration that you do not do any big investments. Small investments is okay. If you have to pay an EMI, that's okay. If your RD, the recurring deposit, is cutting, that's also okay. But not something new. In fact, this is the time to start understanding your family values. Try to get into it. Try to understand what are the things that I can do to enhance positiveness from that area of life. I've made a full video on Saturn retrograde with the aspects. So go in that. 10 days ago I put it. You go watch it, you will get more insights about it. Moon enters into Aquarius. Now, Moon is the 6th house lord, comes to the ascendant with Rahu. Sometimes anxiety, anxiousness, problem in the brain. Sometimes you don't know what the hell is happening around you. Like my wife right now today, Rohiji, she's telling me, I don't know something. I'm feeling anxiety. I said, what happened? What do you want? She's like, no, I don't know anything. That kind of unexplainable anxiety happens during this time. Sometimes health scare comes. Suddenly you get very big pain in your stomach. You go out, you go check, nothing happens. It's just gas. Health scare happens. Nothing major critical, but health scare happens. If you're going to Rahu Mahadasha or Moon Mahadasha, then this is more potent because these planets are active right now. Not again, not an important time or not a very great time to do commitment or say that, okay, yes, I will do this, I will complete this. No, not a good time, because after that we will see that Moon is going into the sign of Pisces only, with Saturn making a Vishwa Yoga here, the sixth house lord in the second house. This, if commitment is made during 13th to between 13th to 16th, then there can be challenges like, you getting some problem, like maybe your money loss of money can happen. Wish, what means wish? Poison. That means your bank account gets poisonous. It gets little bit of drained out. Money gets drained out here. We don't want it. In fact, sometimes in the family there is a poisonous atmosphere. You get fighting happens. So beginning of the week is very difficult for everyone in this world, not only you, because Moon, Jupiter, Saturn is doing a transit here. But positively, what happens is that Sun goes to the sixth house. Now, the house of the luminary, that is Moon's house, is very, very extremely powerful. And Sun is sitting exactly 12th from the seventh house. There are good and bad both about it. I will tell you the good first. The good is that if you're going in any kind of litigation against an enemy means not your wife or your husband. Enemy means someone external who's not related to you legally. You will win. That is good. When it comes to enemy with your husband or wife, you will lose, because seventh house lord is 12th from itself. So seventh house wins. Sixth house does not win. If there is any pattern or anything that you're doing related to, we can say, Rohitji, yoga, meditation, health, that is also very positive. You will see that you get maximum benefit out of it. Workplace politics. If people have been playing a lot of bad behind you in the workplace, you will find absolute wonderful, powerful solution this time, and you will come into power. Those who are waiting for any kind of promotion, this, that, whatnot, in the workplace, they will be officially given the rank, the power, the responsibility. That's how powerful this time is. So make the best of it. Sun aspecting the 12th house can also bring a lot of partnership opportunities in foreign countries. So be open for that also. Moon enters into Aries now. Now, sixth house lord has gone to the third house, making, possible short distance travel because of work. Sometimes either for some kind of retreat, either for some kind of training, either for skill development, or either just short distance travel for we can say it is for fun only. And it is good for you, very good for you, very, very positive for you. Even the sixth house lord is sitting exactly 10th from itself. Like if you see Moon, the sixth house lord is, if you count from the houses, 10th from itself. You get some very beautiful communication, maybe written now, maybe proper communication from your workplace, and that will be in your favor. If you're going through Moon Mahadasha, Sun Antardasha, or Sun Mahadasha, Moon Antardasha, then absolutely comment below and tell us, because it is going to happen. I have case studies, it happens. So that is very good. One problem when Moon comes to the third house, it makes you lazy. It does not make you take action. It does not make you take any kind of risks. So avoid risk. It's very good. No problem. No need to take risk right now when all the planets are, the Bhagya, the destiny is empty, the 8th house is empty, the 9th house is empty, the 10th house is empty, the 11th house is empty, the 12th house is empty. Don't take any big risk. That's what my suggestion is. Finally, Mercury will get retrograde. Now we look at Mercury, 5th house lord and the 8th house lord. This is the lord that's related to speculative gains and sudden events, gets retrograde. If you do more and more communication, or more and more gossiping, more and more problem in the workplace, you will see that the speculative gain that you were supposed to get will also not come, even because of the 8th house. There is the house related to sudden events. Sudden events can happen because it's making a Vipreet Rajyog already and getting retrograded on top of it. You will not get relief here. If you, communication wise, this is a time to be silent. If in the workplace you have been given some good designation, good responsibility, good power, you should not make a fuss about, oh, I got it, I did this, that, or nothing. You did nothing. There's all stars working in the celestial system. This time is a time of being very humble and silent, as simple as silent. Important while driving, make sure that you're absolutely in awareness, otherwise Accidents happen, and sometimes Mercury also can create nervous injury, nervous breakdowns, nerve injuries also happens here. Sometimes you get extreme fear. 8th house Lord in the 6th house, extreme fear because of a shock. We don't want that. Okay. All the best. Otherwise, those people who are suffering from thyroid can have a little bit more problem. When Sun and Mercury come to the 6th house, thyroid was their hyperthyroidism become more powerful. So sorry for that, but it is challenging. That my role is to just tell you what is wrong and what is right. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes and advanced astrology. I welcome you for this. Those who have joined, all the best. Those who are joining, welcome. Pisces ascendant, Rohitji. Now, Pisces ascendant, for this, Saturn is getting retrograde in the ascendant. So every aspect of your life, every aspect of your social circle, every aspect of your foreign connections, every aspect of your spirituality is going retrograde. That means you have to revise, rethink, reinvest, rethink, revise, and decide again that, okay, is it the right path or not the right path? Saturn in the 5 months in this 5 months will give you a time to reevaluate all your mistakes and try to improve them. As simple as that. I have made a complete video on this, that what Saturn is doing, how Saturn is doing, how it's going to do. It's just uploaded 10 days ago, so you can go and watch that as well. Now, Moon goes to the 12th house. Now, 5th house Lord goes to the 12th house. Those who are waiting for getting admissions or getting finally good results related to their education from a foreign country, you will see that powerful thing happens. Those who are long distance relationship may also travel during this time to meet their spouses, but Rahu and Moon are together. Sometimes in such cases, out of body spiritual experiences, historic experiences, telepathic experiences, then we can say highest level of spiritual experiences happen here. So please be very aware during July 13th till July, 18th. No, July 13th till July 15th, 2 days. Because something very historic can happen out of body. Because Rahu and Moon in the 12th house, that means subconscious mind. In the house of subconscious mind, a very extrovert planet and a very emotional planet. So you go extraterrestrial during this time. That's how powerful this placement is. Very good time for sadhana. If you're doing any kind of prayers, any kind of manifestations, if you want to make any siddhis, especially if it is related to 5th house Lord is in the 12th house, right? Ma Saraswati, knowledge. Om Reem Kamini Swaha. Om Reem Kamini Swaha. Om Reem Kamini Swaha. This mantra should be done till from 13th to 15th. Your knowledge, your power of grasping knowledge, even knowledge will come to you automatically. You don't have to go to find it. It will come to you automatically. That's how powerful this mantra is. To do that. For long distance travel, also very good, but health wise only we have to be careful, because Mars and Ketu are in very close conjunction. Accidents, sudden events, fights, problem with the government can happen during this time. It will continue to give you mental stress, because then 15th till 18th of July is when Moon and Saturn will be together in the first house. And this is Vishya Yoga. Vishya on your every aspect of your life. So this time is an absolute time to be completely into meditative silence. Even someone says you are worst, I say, okay, thank you, I'm worst. Say you ruined my life. Oh, okay, yes, I ruined your life. This is the attitude that you should have during this time, because if you react emotionally, you will be completely drained off, and you will not be able to come back again very soon. If you're going to Saturn Mahadasha or Sun Antar or Moon Mahadasha, or if you're going to Sade Sati, then absolutely important for you to please relax. That's what I suggest. It's an overwhelming time for Pisces and people. Sorry, the beginning of the week is overwhelming. As soon as Sun will make a transition, this is a time that if you applied for any kind of debt, loans, any kind of things that your enemies are giving trouble, if workplace where there's a lot of politics, you will find a lot of peace into it. 5th house is such a beautiful house that even in any kind of bad placement of planets here become very good. Even Mercury getting retrograde later in your life is not going to make a very big difference. Even being the Lord of the 7th house and the 4th house, not make a difference, because the 5th house is so powerful, so amazing. Malefics also give good results here. And when Sun comes here, very good for childbirth, very good for getting new soul into the life. Many people may be getting their childbirths during this time, that children are getting born here. I know Pisces and exactly stays opposite to my house. I think 14th is her due date, so I think maybe she will also give me good news. Diagonally opposite she stays. She will be listening to this because she's a very good fan of mine. Akash bhai, I saw this video, that video, so I'm like, okay, so she's going to give childbirth, so that is also happening. Mercury and Sun together can give you sometimes recognition from government for your education, for your creativity, for your, or recognition from any powerful position, powerful person also is possible. So great time. Sun is aspecting the 11th house. This means a lot of gains also come during this time. So it is a positive period. And sometimes gain from enemies come, because 6th house lord is sitting in the 5th house. In such case, gains from enemies come. Your enemies create such competition that you gain from it. So positive only. Moon enters into Aries. This is also good news because 5th house lord is making combination with the 2nd house lord. So money is flowing in. If you're into stock market, share market, money will flow in. If you're in a girlfriend or a boyfriend, there is possibility that you now become a family. You will get committed. So that is also very positive. Sometimes commitment can come in very, very unconventional ways when such kind of events happen. Moon in the 2nd house, you will be nurturing money. You will be nurturing your investment during this time. So very, very all the best. Very beautiful. The beginning of the week is a talent challenge. Then suddenly, as soon as the week progresses, we are in powerful position. And then finally, Mercury gets retrograde in Cancer. This is the time. Don't give false commitment to your children or to your romantic partner. Whatever you want to say truth. Otherwise, later it will come and haunt you and create problem either in your emotional pattern or in your anxiety it will give. Mercury in the 5th house, those who are in arts, performing arts, acting, singing, dancing, for such people, it is a little bit of slow time. They will not see so much success during this week. But overall, speculative gain wise, if those are in investment, stock market, share market, you will see a income rise. So beautiful time, all the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes, advanced astrology. For that, I would like to welcome everyone and thank you, Rohitji, for this beautiful presentation, and thank you for your patience as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Akashji. Very important video because of 7 days in a week and 6 transits. So important. Every day there is some transit. Let's see how it goes for all people. Precautions are there, remedies are there. Do follow that precautions. And this new location also looks very beautiful along with this natural
With,
flowers,
with real flowers.
real flowers. So it's. I hope we see you here or some more good location next video. Maybe you are doing experiment these days. Every time new video, new location.
Next location, I will put my kitchen. See there, gas.
Oh, that we can take in our previous video, second house food video,
Food
kitchen
video.
back.
Yeah. पीछे food बन रहा होता, then we could have made that. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Thank you very much to all
Thank
the
you.
family members also. Thanks for giving so much love and respect. And please keep subscribing for consultations. Number on the screen. Thank you, Akashji. Thank you, all the family members. We'll see you in next video. Till then,
Jai
Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman,
Jai
Jai
Mata,
Mata.
Jai Malakshmi.